Hello, my name is Zoo and I hate video games. It's time to play some Code Vein. Let's get this party started. There we are. Thank you, Jamie, for the 69 bits. Nice. And thank you, Xenon, for 22 months. That's almost 2 fucking years. That's amazing. Fox Party. Fox Party. I like that. That's her message, everyone. HTID, hardcore till I die. You know, if you're actually hardcore, you will literally die immediately. That's the rule. That's what hardcore means. Alright, let's hope for no serious problems this time. Your core parts are meant to be soft. I agree with this statement. So we've got new neighbors who seem pretty nice. They mostly keep to themselves, but they play very loud music at odd hours. At this point, I'm not terribly concerned about it because they're not rude assholes like some neighbors we've had. People go in and out of this house next door to us a lot lately. The last set we had was pretty great, though some of them did have this dog that they then abandoned and refused to care for. And I eventually managed to get a hold of a shelter to come take it. These ones don't seem to have that problem even, they just play loud music, which I don't mind too much, because it's not like shitty music. There's like some jazz and some hip-hop. Not a bunch of like whiny pop music or something. Techno is allowed to be hardcore. Yes, but that's a completely different definition of hardcore. And yes, you can't be a gamer and hardcore. That doesn't make any fucking sense because video games are easy. Alright, come on. Video games are a nothing skill, believe me. I have that skill. It's a nothing skill. I get paid to play video games. It's a nothing skill. Really, I get paid for my witty commentary on how video games are nothing. You're a post-gamer, ooh. I like the sound of that. Post-gamer. Alright, so I played ahead a little bit. You didn't miss much. I just wanted to make sure I wouldn't get lost. Lay down, Gaston. It's okay. Lay down. I don't know why you're getting stuck when you get in that corner lately. Are your hips hurting that bad because the weather changed? It's okay. Come on, lay down with me. So this is my new sword. It's smaller than my other huge swords. Oh, right. I have to disable the preview, and that should give us our frames, sort of. Right, could be worse, could be better. Gain about 20 FPS doing that. Alright, we're gonna give this a try, see if this plays okay. Oh, this was playing so much better last night when I wasn't streaming it. Okay, now it's going down to like 30 frames. I don't get it. One sec, I'm gonna restart Firefox, see if that fixes anything. Or close Firefox entirely, that'd be great. You know what, yeah, now I can just look at chat on my phone, this is fine. This is much better. Fucking... Remember Firefox Quantum, how it was supposed to be faster than ever, and then it was for like a week? So how's everyone doing? Do y'all hate browsers as much as I hate browsers?
Slowly now.
Can I lower the volume on my phone any more than this without it muting? No. Gaston, you have to lay down. You can't just stand there spinning. Lay down. Lay down. I know you're hurting, but you'll feel better once you lay down. Come on. You want in my lap? Oh my god, I guess I'm streaming with a dog in my lap. Got upset with Firefox. Okay, no, you don't want to be in my lap. Alright, bye. You know, I wouldn't have minded streaming with a dog in my lap. But it's also much faster than the other two-handed swords, as you can see. It feels kind of overpowered despite doing less damage. There's an invasion off to the side over there, which I finished like 3 times while grinding up an ability. I have 12 cores at 4600 megahertz and Firefox used 100% of my CPU time. Yeah, it does that. It's not quite as bad as Chrome, which is kind of shocking.
I do not like the look of that last.
Alright, so we'll fight this guy real quick. He's not very good because he uses all vertical attacks. Except for that one. Just as I say that, well, now I'm gonna grab his hips, I guess. That's not as catchy as touch the butt, but this is the only coat that really works with this sword currently. Grab the hips. Honestly, it sounds a little nicer, but it's not as funny. Chrome does that and then also uses like 8 gigs of memory. Exactly. Alright, so what do y'all want to do? What do y'all want to do? Because we can either do some story stuff first by going back to town, or we can try fighting this boss. Wouldn't it be hilarious if instead of software there were web browsers, and every program would run its own web browser, so you'd have a bunch of them open? Oh, you mean like on Android? Oh. We can either fight a boss or we can go back to town and listen to more terrible piano songs. I mean, do more story stuff. Electron specifically, and I'm terrified to know there's another. Like I said, Android is effectively that. Spotify and Discord, as Jamie pointed out. Mock says boss. Chromium Embedded Framework. Ah, now I know what that means. Alright, well, Mox is the only one who's responded, so we're going to go with theirs. Atom and Visual Studio Code both use Electron and CEF respectively. Gross. The fact that this is the future of software is terrifying because it's a bad idea. On the surface, it's a bad idea, but once you really get into it, you realize it's a worse idea. Alright, I do believe we're going to have a boss fight now. I have no idea what this boss fight is going to be like. Huh. You're not a boss. Oh wait, yes you are. Oh fuck, I love Io's adorable little shouts. Ow. I like how that hit me well after it actually connected. That's a nice touch. It's not a monster. It's nothing but a samurai wearing one of his ridiculous masks. Oh, shit. And if anyone knows the reference I just made... Yeah, Bloodborne is good because it's the Dark Souls game that Miyazaki didn't work on. Just like how Dark Souls 2 actually plays like a video game because Miyazaki had less to do with it. Specifically Scholar of the First Sin, since he has more to do with it than he'll admit in the original version. Oh, shit. Did not expect that. Oh. Okay. That sucks. That sucked a lot. Thank you. What? How did you turn back on me? I wasn't a target. What is this shit? What is this shit? Now he's just constantly attacking. Fuck that. That was a bad boss fight. Hey Andy, good to see you. Bloodborne still focuses way too much on being excessively stressful. I mean, that's the type of game it is. It's Castlevania. Just like all these games are. They're Castlevania Trilogy. If you didn't like Castlevania Trilogy, I can't imagine you liking fucking, I can't imagine you liking Dark Souls very much. Castlevania 64 is the original Dark Souls. Because it's Simon's Quest in 3D, effectively, in how it plays.
This is Mr. Nito. He's going to be taking all of you in.
I don't think we'll get along with him. He doesn't look like he smiles.
Looks like we get the terrible piano music anyway.
This is where it all began.
We never met a Miguel. Did we know a Miguel? Did we hear about a Miguel at any point? Turning up the audio to hear that music. I can turn up the audio a bit if you'd like. It does seem a little quiet currently. Alright, there we go. That's a little better. One of the biggest problems with Dark Souls, and it's carried over to a lot of games now, is they replace difficulty with inconvenience.
What is this? What have you done?
Meanwhile, Blasphemous takes that to an extreme.
I'm merely indulging my curiosity. You, however, you will become something far greater.
He was smiling as he spoke, like a child playing with a doll.
It occurs to me that with my current setup, I can't actually look up what items are in an area, because I can't have my browser open if the game's gonna run decently. Of all fucking things to screw up how this game runs, it's Firefox being open. Code Vein is what you'd call horror-themed.
Good morning. And how are we doing today, my dear children? You should celebrate, for today we are entering a new phase of our research. Rejoice on this glorious day of reunion. Praise curiosity.
Dark Souls is very much horror-themed, yes.
For you are about to climb the ladder of evolution.
Ladder of evolution, more like ladder of... Where's the ladder? Where'd the ladder go? I can't see it. Resident Evil is horror that is horror-themed. Well, okay, Resident Evil 4, the series that spawned from Resident Evil 4, like Revelations and all that, are more horror-themed than horror. Or else they're just kind of failures at being horror.
He was well known and celebrated as a scientific genius. But he used orphans like us as guinea pigs for his twisted experiments. Then sold us all into slavery as enhanced soldiers.
How awful.
He always told us, humanity is but a stepping stone to the future, and curiosity is the philosopher's stone of evolution. His experiments never ended. He used my friends over and over again, like they were just objects.
Resident Evil 4 is a good shooter. It's just not very Resident Evil.
Nito, you bastard. I'll make you pay for what you've done.
Oh, this game was FMA a long time ago. You've missed a lot. Got Dark Knight. Miguel Garcia. Focuses on high endurance and strength and features gifts useful with a halberd. Alright, I'm okay with that. One of our friends had a little brother who had actually been turned into a living suit of armor. So yes, this game is FMA. Alright, so we've got a couple of new blood codes. Specifically, we've got Survivor, which we can level up, and we got Dark Knight, which is already at max level. Wow, look at this generic-looking motherfucker. This is like the guy you get when you first boot up the character creator. Jesus Christ. Oh, this is like a pure halberd build. Also, pure light? Huh. Yeah, okay, so this Dark Knight, instead of having dark gifts, it's all light gifts. Yeah, apparently he became a true paladin by sheathing his sword, or halberd.
Are you concerned about something?
And then we've got Survivor. Focuses on dexterity, boasts gifts that are useful in battle. But right now we're going to finish up Fion. This is the kid who was turned into living suit of armor, by the way. We've got his shit currently. So we're going to keep going with this one for a while. In the meantime, I know where to go next, but let's take a break and do some leveling, some blood code leveling. Also, we're 100% done with the Ashen Cavern now, so that's excellent. Survivor is one that I got while playing offline. It was just in the short area between the two save points. We haven't learned anything about it yet. Come on, load in, please. I'm gonna tell y'all, I tried to make a Hamburglar outfit last night, but there's not a thief mask, and I could not do horizontal stripes correctly, and there's not enough clothing options, so I gave up. I'm a little disappointed I had to give up, and I really hope that the character editor gets expanded upon a lot in the next couple patches. Because right now, people claim that, oh, it's amazing, you can do so much with it, but you really have to work to get anything remotely unique looking out of it. It's not as amazing as people thought it was when it first came out.
I've realized we need to learn a lot more about our world. I've really got to get stronger now.
Alright, so let's go and see Burger Wife. Oh right, I forgot she's here now.
I'm sorry about what happened. We couldn't find a vessel for the relic, and my body was reaching its limit. I wish I could have told you everything, but my role as a watcher had to remain secret.
Oh, okay, so she's the same sort of clone as Io. I didn't even realize that, because you never really see her clearly. It's just that we've been deprived of decent character creators for so long that Code Vein is like another coming. It sure seems that way. Fucking Dark Souls 3's is amazing. Which is why it's fascinating to me that every time people copy Dark Souls, they don't copy that sort of thing.
You have returned.
Restore Vestige. Let's see. Oh, we can repair Artemis now. Excellent. So let's repair Artemis 1 and 2. Now, Soul Calibur 6's is about on the same level, but it should be better because Soul Calibur 3's are like 100 times. 3's was like 100 times better.
Where did she go?
The worst thing about 6's
She couldn't have gotten far. Keep searching.
is that there's no unlockables.
Should we really be doing this? What else can we do?
It feels like there should be,
Can get any blood beads.
but you
Okay,
can only
let's
buy
get out of here
stuff
while we can.
in DLC packs instead. Alright, so now we're learning about what happened with Mia and Nicola before we met them. Or pretend Nicola, I
It's the last of
suppose.
the blood beads we worked so hard for. All of the blood springs around here have run dry. I couldn't get so much as a single bead from them. I'll need to do something soon.
I'm really sorry to make you do all the scary stuff, Mia. I wish I could help you fight.
Come on, Nicola. Stop worrying about things like that, alright? As long as you're safe, I'm happy to take care of everything else.
You know, these scenes would honestly be touching without this soundtrack.
Who are you two?
Please, I know it's a lot to ask, but could you spare some blood beads? We don't have much time left.
I can see that loss is starting to set in. You really think you can fight in that condition?
Well, I won't know unless I try, right?
Come with me. I know a place where there are blood beads.
It's like when Dawson's Creek tried to be, tried really hard to be emotional. That's what this reminds me of. Yeah, just put Megalovania. Just put Megalovania there during the,
Most of
during
the blood
those
springs were
scenes.
already dry by the time I became a revenant. Blood beads were difficult to come by, even in the best of circumstances. It was all we could do to survive. That was when we met Carmilla. We soon saw it wasn't us she was helping. She squeezed everything she could from us. In this world, you can never trust a stranger. That's what she taught me. You have returned.
Alright, now we'll restore another one. Artemis 2. Are there any more after that? Yeah, I've also got... Oh, Artemis 1 isn't ready. No, wait, yes it is. That's Survivor, okay, but I need Artemis 2 to work on Survivor 1. That's weird. And... Well, I guess we're gonna do that, and then we can work on Survivor. Alright, here we go. Alright.
Thank you.
It's better, right?
Carmilla. Oh, and just remember, you're going to be working for me from now on.
Soul Calibur 5 is awful. 6 is
With that
decent,
in mind,
not
you're
worth full
assisted
price.
separating others from their blood beads, correct?
You helped us even though you knew?
I helped you because it was practical for me. So long as I have you two around, I won't need to risk my own neck. Why else did you think I would bother taking you in?
I wouldn't recommend 4 or 5 in general. 3 is the pinnacle of it.
You always lived alone, Carmilla?
The past really doesn't matter, does it? You've got bigger
4 is fine.
like the laundry.
That's all it is, though.
I'm doing it.
5 is awful.
Did everyone run away from you for being so selfish?
Being nice doesn't
6
do
is
favors.
bereft
When it
of
comes
meaningful
down to it, everyone
content,
listens to number one. You
as you would expect from a modern fighting game. So was 5, but 5 also didn't have likable characters or enjoyable combat.
in trouble. The Lost are swarming out there. Huh? Where's Carmilla?
I saw her leave a little while ago. She must have caught wind of them and took off.
We need to run, Nicola. Get the
So we're gonna
storage.
get Carmilla's memories later and find out that that's not what happened.
You remember what she said. Being nice doesn't do you any favors. Now hurry up, Nicola.
I mean, guest characters are one thing. None of the guest characters are ever going to be 1/8 as good as Link in Soul Calibur 2, though. Just, that's a fact. That's a fact of life.
And that was how it all began. From that moment onward, we lived our lives completely on our own, without any help from others. There was a part of me that wanted to trust Carmilla. She was cold and standoffish, but that didn't mean she was a bad person.
That's true.
I thought maybe she
I
was
know,
just
because
awkward.
I'm cold and standoffish.
But I was wrong. In this world, you can only rely on your own strength. No one out there is going to save you. I learned that lesson all too well. That's why meeting you guys was such a big shock for me. You were willing to reach out to me, a complete stranger, like it was no big deal. Spending time with all of you made me realize something. It's true that being nice might not do you any favors in the end. But that's what you need to do if you want to live a fulfilling life.
You know, you could have phrased that in literally any other way and it would have sounded
The reason that
meaningful.
we lived the way we did before we met you was because of everything that happened back then with Carmilla. But you know, after she took off, I never did see her again. I wonder what ended up happening to her.
I'll do one better, or worse. I find myself primarily nostalgic for the actual first game, specifically the port for the PlayStation, Soul Blade. As an arcade dweller, I played Soul Edge first. Risby, no, there's no room up there. There's no room. Is Soul Calibur a better game? Absolutely. Soul Edge, or Soul Blade, though, does have a lot more single-player content, which I enjoy. Oh, right. We got more to do. See, we already knew most of what happened in those memories, so that wasn't very interesting. But now we've completed Artemis. Now we can do Survivor. Okay, to do 3, we need to make... Okay, so we got 3 steps here for Survivor. You know what, let's do some other content in between. We'll do those in a little while. For now, let's continue forward. Still don't have any Queen Titanium. So I can't upgrade my equipment further. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. There we go. Level 84. How nice. Alright, so if we go to the Putrid Surge Tank, which is 3 words that really should never go together, we can then head back to the door that said I needed dog tags to get through it. It doesn't give you any explanation as to why you need dog tags. It's not like there's a dog tag-shaped lock. You just walk up to it and it says, it seems you need dog tags to get through here. Oh, so it's going to look like 2 dicks. I'm trying to come up with a 2 dicks joke based on this sword, but it's way too spiny.
Let's hunt down Mita.
Make a shark joke and allude to 2 dicks. Alright, so there are 2 dicks inside of you. I mean that sharks have 2 dicks. What, like all the sharks in the world combined have 2 dicks? Like between them? Because that seems like not enough dicks. I'm just saying. They just trade them around every few weeks. It's a loner system. Oh, right. What if a shark loses one of the dicks? I guess that's what happened and why there's only 2 now. Sharks have 2 penises. If a shark has a penis, they get 2. Well, that's a pretty good deal. Do you need a coupon or something? Or do they have to pay full price for each? Alright, this is the dog tag door. Bogo on shark dicks. Bogo Wang. I think it's Bogo. Beautiful, really. I do love our little truck community. Please don't introduce capitalism to sharks. I mean, where there's dicks. You use dog tags. I don't understand. I was just explaining this earlier. It's so simple. You see there's a door, and you need dog tags to get through it. No other explanation is required. Before I had the dog tags, it would just tell me, you need dog tags. It makes perfect sense. I don't see what y'all are having a problem with here. Alright, I'm gonna pull out my giant hammer with the pipes coming out the back. Horns, maybe? Hornpipes. I think it's just someone's head. Did you expend the dog tags to open it? I think you insert the dog tags and twist them. I hope y'all can figure out the shark dicks. I mean, we've moved past the shark dicks now. Now we're talking about dog tag doors.
This ladder is new to me.
This ladder is new to me. Me too. I mean, what ladder? We'll see you when you get done with your shower, Xenon. Risby, you don't want to eat that. I'll pick that up later. It says, I'm a dog, I want to eat everything. Alright, I have the slow roll with the hammer. That's why I was mainly using the sword.
There may be something up above.
That's what she said. You're terribly hot in here. Oh, okay. This is just the same city again, but now it's on fire. This is fine. This is fine. Why is this on fire? How long has it been on fire? Did someone set this fire recently? Because there's like a tree here that if this was not set recently, it should be gone. Well, I guess it's true what they say, no two neighborhoods are not on fire.
Do not touch the wall of fire.
Thank you. That's good advice. You're a valuable asset to the team.
We'll need
How about the floor of fire?
down to continue.
She's really into stating the obvious today, huh? Surprisingly, this is only killing the frame rate a little bit. Oh, good. That guy is also on fire.
Did you find something good?
I sure am glad that guy was on fire. This says there's an item right here. There is not an item right there. Y'all see that on the map? That says there's an item right there. Is it over here? No, can't go through here. The item was fire. That makes sense. And by makes sense, I mean, what the hell? Haha. And yeah, the floor hurts. The floor is painful. Why did I come somewhere where the floor is painful? There, have some ice, fire boy. I have to on fire the spot. Alright, I believe you.
I believe we can
It's a good thing
climb
for this blank wall. I believe we can climb that. What, the ladder? Nah. Ah, I found the item that was not fire.
I'll be
It's a step booster, which I think just speeds you up briefly. I don't use a lot of these consumables because they seem very situational and the situations don't actually require them. Uh-oh. Vampires can't climb over chest-high walls. Alright, so I gotta dash across that to get the item. Does the step booster maybe prevent me from taking floor damage? Nope. It reduces stamina required for dodging. I have no idea if that's a real thing. That's how I feel about consumables in most RPGs, for sure. Well, they just want me to pointlessly take fucking damage from walking. Alright, now this is pod racing.
Let's find a good vantage to look around from. That ladder looks like it can be lowered.
Your mom looks like she can be lowered. I gotta... You know, that is literally low enough that I could just reach up and grab the bottom rung. Wouldn't even have to jump.
There may be something up above.
Thank you, EO. Yes, the floor is lava now. Finally figured out the awful audio sync issue on Xbox. I'm so mad the solution I found worked, because it shouldn't, but it does, and I'm glad, but also ARG Technology Y. ARG Technology Y is my whole aesthetic.
How shall we proceed?
You don't have to say something every time we reach a fork in the road. You really don't. Also, we will always proceed to the dead end with the treasure in it first. Crap, my preview's gone, so I can't see what happened. Oh, thank you for 100 gay bits, Jamie. Really appreciate that. That guy doesn't take damage from standing on the lava floor. Rude. Io, don't stand there, please. She just runs onto it. Oh, hi. There's a fella here. I'ma touch his butt. Oh, why did I just take like 1600 damage instantly? I think I just got bashed against the wall repeatedly by bad collision. That was weird. I mean, not that weird, considering that this is effectively a Dark Souls game and bad collision is just, you know, the thing. But that guy lived in the lava floor. That's true. I guess he wouldn't live there if it hurt. I missed an item. I don't think I did. There's an item above me. It shows items on the map. So the only item that I don't have... Oh, wait, I see what you're talking about. No, that's at the top of the ladder as well. One on the lava floor in front of me there is very much not. Oh, up there. I haven't missed that. I haven't gotten to it yet. Thank you for 100 Snowicorn gay bits. I don't think it's any less gay. Aha! Vestige. Scathach. Oh, that's a new one. Need to knock that ladder down from above as well. All bits are gay if you let them be. 100... Oh, right. 100 Snowicorn gay bits. Thank you for those. Andy. I should actually say the name along with it. I gotta say, y'all are amazing with the bits this month. Oh, now I can kick down. Oh, I could have actually gotten that without taking damage. Now I can grab this one. Gift Accelerator. 2369. Can't get around to that just yet. It's like this leads... Now let's try and take as little damage as possible here. Yeah, I don't like this area because of the damage floors. Damage floors are not my favorite thing. They're not even like my third favorite thing. I like how he swung his sword and then just went flying forward onto his face. That's a nice touch. Oh, hi. She is such a good fighter. I don't know why we made her stay behind before. Seriously, she's the best fighter of the lot at this point.
We cannot stay here long.
Really? I think we can stay here pretty much indefinitely. Is there any way up there yet? Doesn't look like it. I have to go around still. Looks like that's our next destination. The other side of this floor.
I believe we can climb that.
Oh, we don't use that term here. We say Castlevania clones.
The moon is round. What do we look like in its eyes?
Let's see. Did I miss anything here? No, that's it. Alright. Zeldavania? Yeah, it's a bit Zeldavania, isn't it? That's the thing. Dark Souls did some cool things that attracted people to it. It did very little that was original. It just combined things in an interesting way. Whoa! Well, sure, I'm glad that's there. No, just gonna dash across that one. This looks like something, maybe? Oh, hi. You exist, don't you? Oh, so do you. How did that happen? I want y'all to pay special attention to the symbol in the lower right that looks like a little swirly thing. Because that is now my favorite skill in the game. And I know I haven't used it, but that's because it's for crowd control. Durability is obnoxious. This game does not have durability. Oh, shit. Oh good, I can still be hurt during my invulnerability frames. That's nice. I guess they're actually vulnerability frames, huh? Alright, let's climb up here. Like, all in all, it's a good game, at least in so much as the genre allows. It's an awful story. The writing is just the worst.
Nothing gets past you, huh? We can get down safely now.
Alright, now we've got a shortcut from the bonfire. But the game part of it's done pretty fucking well.
Shall we go down? Over here.
Io says, shall we go down? I'm just trying to explore. Alright, that guy's probably got a map, huh? Judging by his glow.
Something below us.
Means I gotta explore some more, figure out how to get to him. I don't mind durability in general, though it does get on my nerves in Dark Souls 2 specifically, which is my favorite of the game, so that's saying something. Dark Souls 2 has just extremely bad durability. Everything just breaks all the time. While in Dark Souls 3, the durability is just pointless. It's almost impossible to break anything. No one can ever find a happy medium on that shit. And I don't think it's a good mechanic by any stretch, but it's fine. It's something that I deal with. Which, you know, something that you just kind of deal with does not make for good gameplay. Now that I'm saying that out loud. Aha! There's a vivifier.
I pray there's something valuable inside.
And noble silver. Well, what's noble silver do? Ooh, it's much lighter. It's also not as good on strength scaling. Does it have high fire resist? No, not particularly. Huh. It's apparently in the shape of bat wings, so we can at least try it on. Oh, that's adorable. That's adorable. I'm wearing this just on principle. Yeah, Dark Souls 2 took it to a bit of an extreme, while Dark Souls 3 did the opposite. Dark Souls 1's somewhere in... What the fuck? The blue guy disappeared. Did he just run off? God damn it! The AI in this fucking game. Alright. That is not where you're supposed to fight him, and so it just breaks the fight. Good. There we go. Touch the butt. There, we're done. And now we've got the damn map. It's a mini-boss. That's another carryover from Dark Souls, is just terrible AI. Alright, so now we're going to go this way, and then we have to drop down here to grab... That looks like a vestige, so we definitely want that. Where does this lead? Does this lead around to the same place? It looks like it does. Yeah, it does. Alright. So we drop here, so we don't take damage. Scathach C. EO, stop standing in it. Good lord. Please, take some responsibility for yourself. Nice thing about Dark Souls is that everybody has equally terrible AI. Your buddies and your enemies are like, oh god, and that's so true, especially in the first one. Where if you take a phantom NPC into a boss fight with you, it actively makes the boss more difficult. It doubles their AI, the boss's HP, and then also the phantom NPCs cannot figure out how to hit the boss, so it just makes it worse. There we go. Oh. Apparently I was standing in the fire without realizing it. Are we done here, please? Is there another? Alright, it looks like we've been basically everywhere in the part we've mapped. There's one little place in the center there that we haven't actually walked in, so there may be an item. And I've missed an item a little earlier, so I don't want to go too far this way before getting that stuff. Enemies can cancel into block. I mean, I can cancel certain animations into block. It's hard to tell what's intentional and what's not in this genre. Aha, here's something. Regen activation factor, excellent. That's important. Now we can heal better. Alright, it looks like This is the spot we have not been.
You cannot regenerate much more.
And in this... Oh, wow, this leads to another unmapped area. Just saw an enemy canceling a wind-up to what looked like a heavy hit into a blow. Oh, that's actually because I pushed him into the fire, I think? My weapons will absolutely cancel their animation, and then they'll go into block mode.
This ladder is new to me.
Huh, alright. This ladder is new to me as well.
What's that doing there?
Ooh, what the hell? A cutscene? Who'da thunk it?
What a terrible place.
To have a curse.
Sealing away the queen? It's just absurd.
It's him.
Even now, humanity buds into a new world of possibility.
Mito.
Well, it's a piece of his memories anyway.
A memory?
Was that a machine?
Got this?
No, it's that particular ladder. She's an aficionado, a connoisseur of ladders.
It's just absurd, Gregorio. Even you must realize that no progress can be made without sacrifice.
Sir, the vessel has been prepared.
This relic is a seed that will sprout our future. Even now,
why is this one an
buds into a
FMV?
new world of possibility.
Relic transfer.
Well, the song's always been in a minor key. Now it's just got violins.
Split. I can see why she volunteered. Blossom into a beautiful flower.
I'm not good at identifying keys other than major and minor, though.
The crypt is complete. Now, it's the
Oh, I thought for sure it was gonna show me.
We have all the time in the world.
Man, Mito is the most anime-looking motherfucker in the game so far, and that's saying a lot. He looks like Killer Moth from DC Comics, is what he looks like.
The successor. It was you.
It was you!
Emily.
Wait, didn't we already determine that like a long
Let's head
time
to the
ago?
crypt.
Oh, so Hawkmoth and they have the same voice
Is that
actor.
your way of calling for help?
That's fun.
Hold on.
And we got the last of the Scathach vestiges. Do we go this way first, or do we go out east? There we go. Touch the butt. Taste. The butt? I already did the taste the rainbow bit. Oh, that hurts a little. That's alright, this hurts too. Oh fuck. Am I dead? No, she managed to heal me again. And then I rolled into the fire. What is this? I don't like this. Okay, it's gone. Also, apparently that one did not give me map. It didn't have a flower on its back.
I'll be there soon.
He does the exact same voice. Oh, that's wonderful. What the fuck are you doing? Okay. I get it now. Where is... Oh, there it is. That is not the one... That's not the type that I wanted. It's not the type I was hoping for. Shoot him, please. Okay, this leads the way that I was originally going. Which means the two intersect at some point. Oh god, I fell. Oh Christ, how many more are there? Did we get them all? We did not. Thank you.
Did you find something?
There we go. Now we've got more map. It's all good. We have more map. I'm gonna suggest to jump into the portal and maybe find a better narrative. I mean, if there's one thing I can say for this game's narrative, at least it's not Nier Automata. It's pretending to be emotional, but not pretending to be particularly deep. Pretentious, but not as pretentious. Huh. How do I get to that? How do I get up above? God, do I have to go all the way back around now? I think I do. I gotta get back on top of the... Motherfucker. That's fine. That gives us a chance to go back and restore our stuff. Full playthrough like 2 years ago. Yeah, I think it was like she started shortly before we hit affiliate. Wanted to make some points about fascism and did it very ineloquently. It's deep in the same way that Evangelion is deep, in that it's very much aimed towards like 11 and 12-year-olds. And then at the end, like, the moral that they wound up trying to bring across was maybe don't hate Nazis so much, it seemed. And I'm like, that's the opposite of what you should be saying right here. It also said Nazis are pathetic little pieces of shit, which is good. But then it also said maybe don't hate them so much, and I'm like, no. Alright, now we've leveled up a bit.
They are lost beyond the flames.
Ah, crap. I meant to do that, I mean. Alright, now I need to figure out which ladders to take.
Let's find a good vantage to look around from. Heading there now.
These ladders. Let's do these ladders. These are good ladders. I like these ladders. Alright, there's that annoying guy. Or one of them, anyway.
Such a menace.
I think this is where we drop down,
Enemy
right?
below.
Ah, god damn it. Good camera. Good camera. Oops. Alright, we got this. We're on the floor again. Alright, I gotta go around the other way. Bloody hell, I don't remember how to go around the other way now. Tell you about the 4 YouTubers who harassed my podcast co-host and I for 3 straight weeks because I pointed out that saying the Nazi could have been me if nobody took the time to explain issues to me in response to fuck Nazis was just not... Wow. Tell us who those YouTubers are so we can always avoid them. They should not ever get my views. Hey, we mastered a whole bunch of gifts there. I don't like this whole the walls are fire thing. I feel like I'm taking way more damage than I would in, you know, a reasonable situation. What can I say? It's not my favorite mechanic. Oh, come on. No, don't fight them on the fire. Now I need to figure out how to get back up on the damn wall again. Because I had thought it was this way, and it is definitely not. Objectively subjective, Mrs. Snarky, faithless Southerner, and hashtag heathen are there. Those all sound... Yeah, I'm not going to say what those names all sound like. Y'all know. I'm going to go with edgy teenagers. Is this it? No, that doesn't lead anywhere. Is it through this guy that gets me where I need to go? Yeah, I think there's a ladder behind him. Bloody hell. Don't like that. Yeah, shoot him. Keep shooting him. What a well-built game. I can just keep using my fucking charge technique. Oh, that's good. That doesn't even cost me. Ow. What a dick. Where are you going? Where do you think you're going to... What do you think that's going to accomplish? They're all Gen Xers. I mean, you can be a Gen Xer and still be a shitty, shitty edgy teenager. Shitty edgy teeniness has no age limit. This is where we came in from. Landlords and claimed that we wanted to genocide landlords like Mao.
I'll be there
Oh, it's amazing how people will constantly try to, How do I get across to there? I was over there before, and now I don't remember how to get... Oh, I have to go around the far back way, that's why. Alright, we're heading back to the bonfire again. People like to pretend that they are the ones being persecuted. Everyone wants to believe that they have the hardest time because then they don't have to see how dark the world is. Life seems much easier if you believe no one has a harder time than you.
Let's find a good vantage to look around from. Sorry, I was looking at something.
Now we go across there. Now that we're... I think this is right. This could be right. It could be... No, this is wrong, isn't it? No, now I go the other way. Yeah, now I go this way. Alright, here we are. Now I'm gonna touch this guy's butt. And now we go here, and this will lead us through to the correct area. Now, the only landlords that we want to get rid of are slumlords, which unfortunately is most landlords nowadays. You can tell by watching their conversations online. Like, this is just considered acceptable behavior for landlords, is to be a slumlord. And I'm not going to say genocide because, you know, landlord is not a genealogy, and that's stupid. Man, the more I think about this, the dumber it is. I don't want to really murder anyone. However, I do want a system in place that prevents them from actively harming people who are more vulnerable. Hey there, Riz. Good to see you. I have in the past had a landlord I really liked. Literally one. Because they came in, they kept the apartment in good working order. They did not hike my rent. And, yeah, literally only one time in my life.
My throat feels like it's on fire.
Alright, there's the next one of these guys who also respawned. I'm not sure I like the fact that these guys keep respawning indefinitely. They seem like the kind of enemies who should disappear after the first time. Alright, we're gonna use this thing.
I sense dangerous monsters.
Because it makes explosions every time I attack. Shit. Well, now we know what that does. So, you know, exactly what I'd guessed it does. Oh! Well, we're alive. I got more Scothage Chrome. I don't know what enchantment that gives. Where did I go to clown school? I actually like to keep that information private currently. I will say that it is in the eastern half of the United States. In fact, with that information, you could probably figure it out. Alright, I guess we're just shooting things before they get a chance to attack us. And here we are, we've reached the next bonfire.
I hope this short nap does some good.
Fireproof tonic. Oh, how helpful. I sure am glad I got that fireproof tonic just now. Just the one, yes. Is there an item? Yeah, right above me. Alright, I guess we come back around to that.
There may be something on the left.
Oh, there's another one? Come on! Well, at least they're not just scattered randomly, all with their animations synced up. Like, you know, in another fiery area I can think of. Firetown, Flavortown for inattentive cooks. That's good.
Shall we go down?
Shall I go down? Second. So this didn't lead back to that item? Or Guess not. I guess that'll be later. Huh. What was the other fire area? That's, I forget the name of it, but it's a thing in Dark Souls 1. They just, rather than finishing the map, they literally just grabbed like 5 or 6 of the first boss and just plopped them in the middle of a big open area, all perfectly synced up in their animations. Lost Izalith, yes. It's bizarre and miserable and kind of encapsulates the way I feel about it. It's the first time something from McDonald's is getting flame-broiled. Oh! That's a burn. You know, much like this fire.
I believe we can climb that.
Do you think we can climb that?
We can certainly use this.
Do you think we can use this? Huh. Well, this looks like it'll lead to this item over here. So let's do that right quick. That's another awaken. Joy. Just a sec. Is there anywhere else we can go from here other than down? No? Alright. I thought if you ran across the hot coals, it couldn't hurt you. Oh, hi. What a great place for this guy. Sure, I'm glad that's there. Such genius enemy placement.
Let's try to find the safest way.
Over here we've got another awakening. There's also another item up there that we can't quite get to yet. Running digs your feet in deeper so coals get stuck. Walking means your feet don't have time to register the signals. Walk confidently, right? Or, you know, jog. Prance? Can you prance? Would prancing work? I like to think prancing would work.
There's a lot of them.
Oh, there was a second one there. I thought there was only one directly in front of me. I was incorrect. Alright, now there's a treasure chest up above me. Fuck that guy. Another Scathach Chrome. Jeez, okay. There's the next one of them. Good. We're gonna keep searching around here. I'm gonna use that fireproof tonic real quick. If I can find it. Let's see how fireproof that makes me. Not terribly! That's not actually doing less damage. That's, we'll call that disappointing. Oh, Queen Titanium. That's good.
This isn't the best place to fight.
Are you sure? It seems pretty good to me. I mean, unless you mean for the things that I'm brutally killing.
We found something valuable.
Scathach Part E, that's good. It looks like this might be leading around to that area that had a couple of items. Whoa, she teleported in front of me and I thought she was a monster. Which is also the name of my hit new single. Lost Shard. And...
There!
Where? Oh, hi. Man, y'all are bad at this.
What's hidden in there?
Burned Warhammer +6. It's actually not as heavy as my current one. Let's see what it does. Ooh, that's cool. What's its charge attack do, first of all? Ooh, nice big fiery thing. This does a lot of fire damage, so I don't think it's going to be great in here. Just a hunch. I think it does fire damage. It does a little fire damage. Oh, no, it does a lot of fire damage. I thought it was 10, but that's the defense when you're blocking. It does more fire than your old one. It sure does. Significantly more. Because my old one doesn't do any fire. Alright, now I have to figure out how to get over to the blue guy again. Since we seem to be in a relatively safe place, though, I'm gonna put up a BRB, and we'll run an ad break, and I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. If I can figure out how to run an ad break from here. Huh. Since I can't have my browser open, I can't do it. Great. Oh, shit. Let's see if I can do it from my phone. I'm supposed to be on the dashboard, and it's not dashboarding. The phone dashboard isn't actually a dashboard, huh? That's not useful. Wow, that really sucks.
You need to stay still to feel the flow of things.
Bloody hell. Stupid frickin'... Alright, I need to figure out how to run a damn ad break. Oh, this is annoying. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna have to open my browser just for this. Jesus, Twitch, get with the fucking picture program thing. Why does everything have to be broken and nothing works like anything else? No, I don't want a preview to open up. I just want to hit BRB. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. The ad break ends in like 10 seconds, so this is exclusive content for anyone whose ads have already finished, or anyone who has an ad blocker. And exclusive content over. We're officially back. Alright, let's play video games now, as I close Firefox again, so that my game runs correctly. Exclusive content for pirates, hell yeah. Disable the preview. Oh, it'll be so nice when I get my new computer. Once we've got the new computer by the middle or end of the year or whatever, oh, it's gonna be so good. Cause it's gonna be able to run this game with a browser open and everything, probably, until the next Firefox patch. It'll stop working once the next Firefox patch comes out. Alright, so we're trying to figure out how to get over to the next blue guy, right? Which I think if we just follow my footsteps again...
Please remember to take
Yeah, I think it's across this way. This it? Not quite. We're getting close, though, I think. Maybe. Yeah, here we go. The great thing about Twitch is all the free content. It always... I'm so grateful for anyone who gives money, but I'm also grateful for people who don't, who just come in and watch, you know? There was some streamer a little while ago, I forget their name, who was saying that people who came in and just lurked were basically just pirates. And I was like, well, that's a fascinating and wrong point of view. Christy might remember their name. We looked them up. I remember he was an entitled white dude. But you could have guessed that. Alright, we've gone the wrong way. We've gone backwards. You already told us he was an entitled white dude, right? Would not have bothered to store that name in local memory. Just not using the exact words. Exactly. Alright, where's the blue guy? Damn it. There's a path here I'm forgetting because I'm really bad with directions. It's up here, maybe? It's like those EA people saying that Apex Legends players who didn't buy anything were freeloaders, right? You put out a game for free. What the fuck were you thinking was going to happen? I'm putting out this content on a platform where people can watch it for free. Intentionally. Are we on the hunt for Sonic? Yes. I'm looking for the next blue guy, which is obviously Sonic the Hedgehog, the only blue guy. I'm getting confused, too, because I can't keep track of what direction he's in because I've had half a beer. I am a lightweight these days, y'all. Which, honestly, good thing. Anyone who thinks it's cool that they're not a lightweight, well, good for them. I used to be that way. So good for them. They'll probably grow up to be like me. Hey there, B. I gotta warn you, there's a lot of fire right now. I know that sometimes that can set you off. Set off your anxiety would be the way to say that doesn't sound like I'm being shitty. Is it this way? I see an item this way. Which means I haven't been this way yet, at least.
We can certainly use this.
Should be fine as long as nobody gets on fire too much. Yeah, so far the fire doesn't stick to anything. Dude, they have the ogre hand. They're gonna touch my butt. That's my job. Only I may touch my butt. Or any butt. I am the butt toucher. How'd that ambush go for you, bud? For whom the butt touches. Was that some sort of eldritch goose? Usually, yes. If you have to ask if it was an eldritch goose, it was absolutely an eldritch goose. That's just the law of eldritch goose. Oh, hi. Those guys are supposed to be a challenge. The way they're posted makes that very clear, but they're so easy to stun. Oh, I love that pop-in. Look at that. That's so good. Oh, that is such good pop-in. Gaston, you need to chill out.
Don't be ridiculous. We aren't going to leave you behind.
There's another Scothich vestige. That puts us at still 80%. So I guess it counts the parts of the map rather than the number of items. The butt is stored in the butt. The butt is stored in the love. I have been watching this pop in with so much love in my soul bits. It's very good pop in. And it's kind of fascinating seeing how the individual assets are stored. It's very inefficient the way it's done, from what I can tell, which explains why it seems to need so much more CPU and GPU time than it should. Well, we've been this way. So that's an alternate route. Or... oh, God. Fucking maze. Alright, this way leads to either a dead end or a way I haven't gone yet. Aha! We found the blue guy. I'm gonna use a fireproof tonic because I think he's using fire type attacks. Also, I'm gonna make my sword explodey. What? No. Oh, I'm gonna die. Ow. I was doing so good until I died horribly. Didn't have the MP to revive her either. No, that's not even a boss fight. Those are normal enemies that are scattered around.
Are you feeling all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Are you okay? Alright, we're gonna try and get back to there without, you know, dying horribly. Again. Oh, come on. Cut that shit out.
Did you find something good?
Alright, I can see approximately how to get there once these tags are gone. What's the backstory on this fight? You know, we were asking the same thing. Loudly and incredulously, we were asking the same thing. The answer, I think, is video games. Maybe this is where Sephiroth takes his walks. I mean, this is decent looking fire. It's not the best I've ever seen, but it's decent. I've certainly seen a lot worse. Io doesn't take nearly as much damage from the floor as I do. In fact, I don't think she's taking any. I'm watching her health meter while she's standing on it, and it's not really going down. So if we go this way and then south, will that lead around to the right area? It's so hard to tell. It's hard enough to tell when we actually have the map filled. I don't think that many games do fire well. I don't think so either. Fire is something that's difficult to figure out how to render on an artistic level, I think. I think that painters can do fire very well, if that makes sense. There we go. But as video games go, this fire looks decent. Let's smush it good. Oh, okay. You're just killing things that haven't spawned in yet, huh? Oh, that guy. That guy's not okay. Io just runs around murdering everything. She's an adorable tiny murder machine. Guess that's why I married her. This is what the game looks like on certain graphic setting. The fire looks really good. Ah, see, once I get the new computer, I'll be able to see that. That's still at least 6 months out. Alright, here we go.
It's wise to be prepared.
Ow, not cool. Okay. That was good. I like that. Oh my god. Ow. Okay. Well, this is kind of bullshitty, huh? Why is it putting me against these guys in progressively smaller rooms?
I was waiting for you.
Not fond of that. Like, this is legitimately some very Dark Souls style level design right here. And level design is one of the things that Dark Souls does the worst. As anyone who's played Sen's Fortress should be able to tell you.
That's all.
This is a really cool looking sword. Yes, I love this sword, and it's so much faster than other two-handed swords, which makes it just better because of how this game works.
I'll be there soon.
Touch the butt.
We can certainly use this.
So with Firefox closed, this game has not once started dropping frames over the, what's it called, the renderer being overloaded. So Firefox is a major problem. Web browsers suck. Dark Souls levels look more like horror artists made them than the game did. Yes, and I believe that's honestly what happened. Because the art's beautiful, but no one really thought through how any of the levels work. Go. Ah, that guy's dead too. They all dead. In a way that's admirable, but in another way that's shit. That is a good descriptor. That kind of just describes video games, doesn't it? Here we go. Let's just do this as quickly as possible. With as many explosions as I can muster. Anyone who says this kind of game is not about button mashing does not know what they're talking about. Taking that fight on strategically was not working. Button mashing, that did it. Oh, wrong way.
Sorry.
Oh, shit.
That could
I
have
just
been
bounced
bad.
off one fire into another fire. I'm honestly glad Hiritaka won the Game Awards instead of Genius Kajumbo. They're both shitty auteurs. Don't get cute, mash R2. Or in this case, don't get cute, mash X. Exactly. These games are, like, very purely arcade button mashers. Button mashers do, in fact, have more depth than people give them credit for, though.
Another obstacle conquered.
They're simple, but they're not the nothing that people take the term arcadey to mean, either. And I think it's that makes people say Dark Souls isn't an arcade game, despite that it clearly is. Because people think that's a bigger insult than it is, which, well, that's frustrating. Alright, and that leads back around to where we were before, which means this
place.
surrounding area mapped. And that puts us at 100%. And this is definitely a boss room ahead.
We have reached the crypt. I've been waiting for you.
Here's Thebe.
Spin a thread of memory.
And we've got to repair Scathach in order to... So apparently, you can beat these bosses without restoring these memories. It'll let you fight them, and you will get a different blood code if you do that. And I bet it also makes you feel like a huge piece of shit. Certainly on my first playthrough, I want to save all of them. Alright, so let's do this, I suppose. It's more arcadey than you think. Yeah, it's very arcadey. Boss room, more like Ross Boom. Okay. I believe you. Alright, let's look up what happens with Scathach here. Yakumo's photograph. A photograph of Yakumo and his friends smiling together. They grew up in the same orphanage and thought of each other as family. Oh, so it's Final Fantasy VIII.
Reinforcements! 2 o'clock!
Damn it, they just keep coming. Miguel, Emily, we're falling back.
I can't walk anymore.
Come on, fight. It's just a bit farther. We're all going back home alive.
Hey, we're heading back to the front after we eat, right? I want to make sure I go out there with a full tank.
Are you hanging in there, Emily?
I'm just fine. Your onigiri really did the trick, Yakumo.
The fighting's been hot for a while. Take it easy and watch yourself.
Alright, so these are Yakumo's friends then. You know, what's left of them. Video game director is just gamer for asshole, I think.
What are you doing here?
Well, you've also got ones like Suda who go out of their way to say, this is not my game, this is Grasshopper Manufacture's game, this is my team's game.
Hard for me to fall asleep.
Don't worry. I don't intend to let that happen.
It's the whole auteur developer thing that's complete
One
horseshit.
of these days, we're going to take our freedom back. And I mean all of us. Together.
Yeah, I like the sound of that. I have no idea what I'd do without you guys.
Igarashi, I don't dislike Igarashi in general. He also isn't actually as active in the development of his games as he claims, if you look through stuff. He was the director of Symphony of the Night, but even most of the directorial work on that game actually seems to have fallen to his wife. So I'm not sure how much he has to do with the games other than as just the face. Yes, Suda51 did No More Heroes.
I've been waiting for you. Please.
That was one of his
spend
silly
that memory
games.
for me.
Alright, Skathoch Vestige 3 now. No More Heroes is very fun. He's also got a friend who did a game called Deadly Premonition. And that is quite a game.
It looks like they've got us surrounded.
There are very few games you can say do everything wrong in a good way. Deadly Premonition is that game.
Destroying their footing should slow them down. Can you do that, Emily?
Yes, sweary.
You bet. Just say when.
You saved our hides this time, Emily. That was some sharp thinking.
And he seems like just an adorable person.
Always watching you, Yakumo. My body just responded on its own.
You're watching me?
Oh, you know, as an example of what to do. I need to
Isn't it like...
pull my own weight, right?
Is it 69?
I like your attitude.
That doesn't sound right.
Just sit around and chat.
$65, thank you. You're not an idiot, you've just been inundated with the number 69.
I'm gonna buy you some time. So run
And
like
that's not nice.
Don't be ridiculous. We aren't going to leave you behind.
It's either that or all of us are lunch. I want at least you two to get out of here.
Swery is a huge David Lynch fan, which really comes through in the fact that Deadly Premonition is effectively the Japanese Twin Peaks.
Yakumo!
Smooth jazz intensifies. 65 is also the weed number, that's true, and no one can deny it. I'm sorry I'm talking over this dialogue, but it's basically just the same dialogue over and over again in these ones, it looks like. Alright, so there was a big war, and they were still together, and they liked each other's cooking, and then they all died.
Spin a thread of memory for me.
Swery really likes posting on Twitter about Guinness and playing Guitar Hero while he's drunk on Guinness. Memories of Emily. Well, that's fun to say. You know what's cool? Jerboas. They have big ears and big legs.
Oh, good.
I don't know what a jerboa is, but it sounds like a snake.
What happened? We were surrounded by
But then it wouldn't have big ears or legs.
That
Probably.
bastard Nito told me when I woke up. Apparently, he brought us back to life as revenants.
And we aren't the only ones.
Ah,
He's
so
done the same
Mito
thing to Yakumo
turned them
and
into
others, too.
revenants.
He's waiting for everyone to wake up. I don't know much else, though.
Mito really fucked everyone over, huh? He just wanted this war to keep going.
Only two of you woke up? Well, I guess it will have to do. It's time to put you to work.
Are you kidding me? Why would we ever listen to you again?
Because obedience is your only option. Unless you want me to dispose of your sleeping friends, that is.
You son of a...
Your task is simple. Defend me from the frenzied queen, laying down your very life should it prove necessary. I expect you to serve me diligently in this.
And yes, Swery also did J.J. McField, which is something I actually really want to stream at some point. Or at least for some member of the team to stream.
Fuck the lost.
I remember Christy had said that she wanted to play it, but maybe not stream it, so... If that's the case...
Something important slip away. The only thing I had to look forward to was the day when Yakumo would finally wake up.
So they were just waiting all that time for Yakumo to wake up. Shit.
Excellent. Your efforts have provided me with a fine sample. The Queen will fall, and humanity's next evolution will blossom. I expect nothing but continued success from you.
Armored Core is still actually very popular to this day, Jamie. I believe some of them still actually have like online communities through various multiplayer services. He also made D4, and that was a game Katie tried to play on stream a while ago and just gave up on because literally no one came in. She keeps saying she should go back. Yeah, it's one of those things that if there'd been an audience, I think it would have been really enjoyable, but it was weird because literally she started playing it, no one came in for like 3 streams in a row, and then as soon as she switched to playing something else, people started watching again, so I guess just people didn't want to watch it. Now you're probably thinking of Titanfall. Gotta be honest, sweary games seem very low impact as far as how many people play them. They're not for everyone.
Please, spin a thread.
Alright, I think we're done with... Yeah, we don't have anything else to repair here. So it's 10:45. So I guess we're gonna fight Emily up ahead. Let's head back to town and see what else there is to restore real quick. Ooh, who sent me a present? Ah, Louis sent another old book. Sweet. That's worth more XP. Who was thinking of Titanfall? That's something that I was thinking B might have been thinking of as far as Andy having played Armored Core. Because they've got some things in common. Slippery netcode. Now that's just fun to talk about. Just lube up that netcode real good.
You have returned.
So now we have 2 clones, 2 identical clones here in the same room. This is kind of odd. They are both very different, too, in personality, which is really nice that they didn't just decide that they would both have the same personality, because that'd be weird and creepy. Mecha Combat Arena thing far better than Armored Core. Custom Robo. Custom Robo was good. It was a very different sort of game, though. It was more of a brawler. Alright, let's open up the Survivor Vestige. Since we're almost out of time. You want up here now, Gaston? Come on. Come on, Pupper. Come on, Dodjo. There we go. That's a good boy. Alright, Survivor Vestige 1. Titanfall 2 made me think about how Astral Chain is Neon Genesis Evangelion. Oh. Come on, lay down. Gaston, lay down, please. He's having a hard time sitting down right now.
My life, everything that I had or held dear, all vanished instantly in the great collapse. I wandered aimlessly for days, searching for my family.
This music means I should be having an emotional reaction, yes.
For me to discover that I was no longer human.
I discovered this by looking up in a book, what is human? How is Babby formed? And discovered, I am not human. I am not Babby.
Where are we?
This is our new home. There must be a reason for why we've returned as revenants. We've all lost everything. But now we can build new lives and live for everyone.
Oh, that's very good, B.
Yeah, you're right. Sitting here and rotting away won't change anything. Let's do it.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of soundtracks. That's honestly amazing.
Terrible new world, or so I thought. One after another, my friends fell, joining the ranks of the lost and leaving me once again with nothing.
Now she's just narrating it to us. You know, most of these, you see scenes as they happen. But this one, she's actually fucking narrating it. She called me sushi. Cold fish. She doesn't sound as much like she doesn't want to be here as Harrison Ford did. Choose a fucking framing device, you shit dorks.
I had no idea what Carmilla went through. I figured she was like that because she was a revenant. I didn't even consider her own experiences, or how they may have shaped her.
And now she's telling us how to interpret what we just saw. Maybe you still have one.
Yeah. I would like to try to find her. I mean, assuming that she's still alive, that is. There may be more of her memories out there. If you happen to come across any, I'd appreciate it if you'd show them to me. I really do want to know more about Carmilla.
So this is exactly what I suspected. Because this game is not subtle in the least. In that, of course, it turns out that what she thought about Carmilla was actually totally not true. And actually, Carmilla had reasons for doing things. Amazing, right?
Returned.
The real plotline were the friends we made. Oh my god, B. That's actually true this time. That is literally the case in this game. That is the message being brought across in this game that I am currently playing. Fuck. I'm so angry.
Well, Carmilla, it's certainly been a while. I thought you might have gone off and joined the Lost.
I thought the same of you.
I want Carmilla's coat.
Did you find a boyfriend or something? You look livelier than usual.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm just babysitting for a while. Enough chit-chat. Hand over the goods.
Enough talk. Have at you.
Fine, fine. Here you are. That's everything. And I don't take refunds, all right?
So the way I interpret that dialogue is that she is absolutely in love with Mia.
That Coco. So that's what that no refunds business was about. She gave me a lot more than our original deal. That girl's getting too soft for her own good. Thanks.
Yes, this music is awful. The first time it was awful. We're now on like the 40th. It's funny because a lot of the soundtrack is pretty good until it comes back to this shit. None of it's terribly memorable.
Her tongue was sharp, but she was nice deep down. I haven't seen her since then. I hope she's still out there being her same old resilient self. Well, I guess none of my memories are floating around out there, huh? I had a son. I was hoping you'd find memories related to him. Well, anyway, it was a long time
Alright,
ago,
so that's going to be
and
the
her
last part
story's
of
really not
Coco's
all that
vestige.
interesting. But if you do find something, please let me know.
She forgot her own child. Aww.
You have returned.
What if we forced you to slow walk through flashback sequences instead of just communicating it to you through a 30-second cutscene? Wouldn't that be artistic?
Mia and Nicola. When those two crossed my path, I finally understood the reason why I had been reborn. It was destiny that brought us together. I would guide those two young souls into the future. It was my mission. I believed that. There was something about them that reminded me of my own children, the ones I'd lost in the Great Collapse. I took all of the blood beads Mia had gathered and placed them in storage. I figured those two might need them in case of an emergency. To survive in this world, you have to be able to live using your own strength. That's why I have to be cold. To teach
You literally have just described the opposite of what you did.
I wish I could talk to them more.
You have to be able to survive on your own strength. You need to depend on people. You need to not depend on anyone.
If I can help them grow stronger, then...
I do like this wall of stuff. It's pretty good. We got like some butterflies and like magic eye poster. There's a couple skulls. I like this bird with the targets on it. That's pretty nice. Here's some feathers. This one's just kind of a blur. I think it might be like an ocean. There's like the tree of life. There's a pioneer lady. This one's like some Gothic architecture. I like this red. That's some good red. And I think that's, I don't know, a maniacal clown lording over the populace. That's pretty good.
There's no need to worry, you two. I won't allow the lost to get one step closer to you. Once I'd planned to give myself to them willingly. Now, I'm just grateful for the opportunity to trade my life for yours. Thank you both, Mia, Nicola, for giving me one last chance to live like a human being.
Fighting off twisted
The time we
monsters.
spent together was short, but I enjoyed it.
Using the power of my trench coat. Just like a human being does. When does the video game start? Well, that already ended a while ago. Monsters? They look like monsters to you?
She sacrificed herself so that we could get away.
It's a good reference, Jamie.
Awful things about her. I swore forever that I'd be the one in control of my life.
Let's make sure her efforts weren't in vain. Code vein.
Yeah. I plan to stick around. I want to have a chance to pass along the same.
Oh, I get it.
kindness
It's a
that she
Strange
showed
type
me.
title.
I want to work together to open a door into a better world than the one we're in. I want to be even stronger. Thank you. Without you, something very important to me might have stayed lost in the past forever. Really, thank you.
The Code Vein genre of game. It's a whole new genre. How many more straps do we need, Mox? I'm sure I can find some more.
Thanks to everyone's hard work, I can offer new weapons.
Is there actually new weapons for once? No, there never is. There's the stuff that anything you find, effectively, she starts selling. Which is okay, I guess. We've mastered our current blood code. We've learned all the things. So I guess now we move on to one of these new ones. Survivor, Dark Knight. Whoops. Artemis? Let's take a look at the bonfire. Infinite Strap was my nickname in college. Imagine how much better the whole ass game would be if they weren't clearly designed by cishet dudes, Andy. I mean, that's true of basically every video game. Alright, Artemis was the other one we just finished. Can we get Bayonet Mastery? Finish up. Yeah, I mean, let's do Artemis, right? We're already in the middle of learning stuff from it, so we might as well do that for our next thingy. Plus we can get Dex Will up, which is nice. Blood-sucking blades. Just learn all the things. And if this doesn't go well, we've got some others to try too. Dodging enemy attacks drains their Ichor according to your weapon's enemies have limited Ichor? Or does it mean it gives me... I'm confused. Huh. I did not know enemies had limited Ichor. Alright, let's switch over to Artemis and just equip everything. Queenslayer. Most of these will give me the quick dodge. Except for the Riot Breaker. Rubelite Piercer, I believe, is my strongest. Well, Queenslayer. But I can still upgrade this further. Gotta switch out to a more dex-based thing. The Venus Claw isn't a bad choice. I need something that's going to give quick mobility on the gun, which basically just means Venus Claw, so that's fine. Here, let's switch their places. Now I've got to grab these. Cannot use this because that requires high strength and vitality. Alright. Alright, let's find ones I have not finished learning yet. Aha, Shockweb. Low power trap that staggers assailants. That might be useful theoretically. And we're gonna learn it regardless of how useful it is, so. Blood-sucking blades, there we go. That sounds fun. I wish there was an easier way to arrange these so that I could find the ones I needed. You know, arrange them in such a way that it would put the ones for the current class at the top, things like that. Good night, B. Thanks for coming by. And switch this to Dex Will, or Bayonet Mastery, too. Dex Will, there we go. Anything else here? I think that's all of them. Yeah, that's it. Could increase Dex still further. If I have Dex Strength somewhere. Or just regular Dex. This is fine. This is good. Well, better than Strength up. Which isn't actually that good for this class. That is specifically for the gun. All of these are specifically for the gun. So that's fun. I guess I'll switch it out for the Garnet Splitter. And now let's do a little bit of upgrading before we go. I kind of want to see Heimdall. I guess you don't get Heimdall until after the next level. I'm not sure. I haven't been looking ahead by any means. Specializes in highly aggressive melee. That is literally what everything in this game specializes in.
What do you want to upgrade?
Let's see. Let's upgrade the Rubelite Piercer, because I've got tons of steel. And a little bit of titanium in my life. Garnet Splitter. And sure, let's do Rubelite Piercer plus 7. Specialty fights.
Which blood veil do you want to upgrade?
And there, now the Venus Claw is upgraded as well.
Make sure you've got it.
And I think now we just level up to 90. Good stuff. Yeah, let's just level up to 90 and we're done. So thanks everyone for coming. This game is a blast. As much as I complain, it's dorky as shit. It's a little pretentious. It's very silly in ways that it doesn't intend, but it's a blast. Schedule for the next week looks like tomorrow is Christy with Hollow Knight. Tuesday is Andrea with Resident Evil Revelations. Wednesday is Paladins with Andrea and Christy. Thursday will be Alice with more Final Fantasy IX. Friday will be Katie with more Shovel Knight. And Sunday is back around to me with more burgers. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for your support, monetary or otherwise. I love having you all here. My name is Sue. I hate video games. Give my regards to the next frog you meet.